95% of our daily behavior is driven by unconscious impulses we fail to see, making us easy targets for manipulation. We believe we are rational decision-makers, navigating the world with logic. In reality, we are puppets to our evolutionary wiring, wearing masks to hide our true intentions. To master human nature, you must learn to peer behind the curtain of social performance and decode the hidden forces driving everyone around you. The first law is the law of irrationality. Our brains are hardwired for immediate emotional reaction, a relic of survival. When a crisis hits, our emotional bias spikes, crushing our ability to think logically. True rationality isn't an instinct, it is a slowly acquired skill. By recognizing your emotional triggers, you shift control from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex, turning reactive panic into calculated strategy. Every human falls somewhere on the empathy spectrum, from deep narcissists to hyper-empathizers. Most of us exist in the middle, trapped in our own self-absorption. Greene warns of the toxic narcissist, who views others merely as tools. To protect yourself and gain influence, you must climb this spectrum, shifting your focus from inward projection to deep, objective observation of the people around you. To cross the empathy gap, you must practice active empathy. This is a three-step cognitive transition. First, clear your mind of your own biases and internal chatter. Second, mimic the emotional state of the speaker, aligning your physiology. Third, analyze their core motivations instead of their spoken words. This blueprint allows you to read minds not by magic, but by deep psychological alignment. People never show their true selves. They wear masks tailored to social expectations, projecting confidence, humility, or strength. This is the law of role-playing. Your job as an observer is to identify the massive disconnect between their public persona and their private insecurity. Where these two forces intersect, you find their true vulnerability, the precise point where they can be influenced. To read the mask, look for the leak. When people try to fake an emotion, their body language always betrays them through micro-expressions. Watch for the sudden tightening of the jaw, forced smiles that don't reach the eyes, or defensive arm crossings. By tracking this feedback loop of cue, reaction, and recovery, you build a mental map of their true comfort zones and hidden anxieties. People do not change, they merely repeat. The law of compulsive behavior states that our character is formed in early childhood and hardwired into our brains. Do not judge people by their words or promises. Instead, examine their patterns over time. If they betrayed a partner in the past, they will betray you. If they shirked responsibility once, they will do it again. We crave what we cannot have. The law of covetousness dictates that value is directly tied to scarcity. The moment you make yourself completely available, your perceived value drops. To influence others, create an air of mystery and step back. By controlling your presence and absence, you trigger their desire to possess your attention, pulling them directly into your sphere of influence. Our ancestors survived by reacting to immediate threats, making us naturally short-sighted. We react to the loud, immediate crisis while ignoring long-term decay. To rise above the noise, you must extend your time horizon. Break your habit of fighting daily fires. Shift from tactical reaction to strategic patience, mapping out the multi-step consequences of every single move before you take. Direct persuasion is a strategic mistake. When you push people, they naturally push back to defend their ego and autonomy. This is the law of defensiveness. To influence them, you must make them believe your idea was theirs all along. Blend their self-interest with your ultimate objective. Where these two circles overlap, resistance melts away and voluntary compliance takes its place. To bypass someone's defensive shield, you must feed their self-opinion. Every person holds three core beliefs: that they are intelligent, that they are moral, and that they act of their own free will. Frame your requests so they validate these beliefs. When you make them feel smart and autonomous, you create a feedback loop of trust that makes them highly receptive to your suggestions. We do not see reality as it is, we see it through the lens of our attitude. The law of self-sabotage shows how a hostile attitude creates hostile responses, confirming our worst fears. A positive, open attitude acts as a magnet for opportunity and cooperation. By consciously adjusting your mental lens, you rewrite the feedback loop of your life, converting internal anxiety into external success. We all possess a dark side, the shadow self containing our repressed desires, anger, and insecurities. Society forces us to bury these traits, but they inevitably leak out. To read someone fully, look at their sudden, intense projections. When someone loudly condemns a specific behavior in others, they are often hiding that very trait within themselves. Understand their shadow to understand their secret. Success is a dangerous drug. It makes us believe we are infallible, blinding us to real-world threats. This is the law of grandiosity. When people achieve high status, they lose touch with reality, overestimating their power. To protect yourself, keep your feet firmly on the ground. Base your confidence on your current work, skills, and actual results, never on your past victories or status. Mastering the laws of human nature is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong operating system. Reading people requires cold objectivity, while influencing them demands absolute self-control. Now that you have the blueprints to decode the social mask, your next step is to master the hidden dynamics of power. Transition directly to our blueprint on tactical manipulation and strategic dominance to complete your mental arsenal.